Hello, this video is a continuation of my previous two videos, one being jurisdiction and the second being legalese. If you didn't believe those videos, you certainly will not believe this one. This is about when you appear in a courtroom. I call this video Checkmate because of its content. Now, listen, the first thing that you do when you go to a courtroom is you are summoned to appear in court. Remember, like I said, summons previously, when you go to a psychic or whatever, they summons spirits, and that's not nothing for you. Make sure that you don't go to psychics, but whatever the case, that's not for you. They summons in the same capacity. It's a religious ritual that's going on. Now, first thing that you'll do is you'll notice that the bench is the international word for bank that you're going up to. The bench. You go up to the bench, to the bank, and it says, "We the people," against, it'll say your name in all capital letters, stating that you are a slave. So, "We the people," against your name in all capital letters, and it'll say citizen, persons, because you're not listed as the people with them. You're listed as a citizen or persons. That's a slave title that you have. All right, and you'll see that the judge is in a black robe. In a black robe, if you look up the spiritual meaning of a black robe, it means hidden evil. And a black robe, you're being summoned. What do you think of? Do you think of druids possibly? All right, next thing that you'll notice when you go to the bench, and you'll see that there's a nameplate up there, and it'll say Honorable Judge blah blah. Okay, the judge is honorable. Now that's the key to everything. Why is the judge called honorable? I'll tell you why. You're entering into a religious ritual. Within that religious ritual, the judge cannot lie. So, if you have any problems, be sure to find questions that the judge cannot answer. So, again, what you're doing is you are going and appearing in a druid court. It is the druids, and they have an attachment to the Sesta QV Trust. It doesn't matter what crime you commit. Do you really want to be judged by the druids? They're out to, it's hidden acts of commerce. It is hidden holy war. When you look at that American flag, when you go into a courtroom, you'll see that it has tassels on it. The tassels indicate that it's a holy flag. And then if you know about the flag itself, the United States of America has always flown the wartime flag, which is, again, they couldn't go into other countries due to the Geneva Convention or it being an act of war. But they've always been at war. Our government is at war with our citizens. Okay, and again, they go back, the judges are the Egyptians, then they became the Phoenicians, but know what they are? They're the Druids. And when you go to a court, or let me just tell you this first, as far as with the Egyptians, they served the giants. You're looking at the Hittites, the Canaanites, the 6 and 7 nations. The Egyptians served the giants. Just like when you go and you look at ancient Egyptians, they'll have small people standing next to giants and their structures and their artwork. And that's what it represents. Now, who lies in court? Israelites lie in court. Israelites. And they're speaking legalese. And I'm going to get into this more into the next video. But first, I'm going to tell you about the Freemasons. If you notice, like in older towns, Freemasons are right next door to police stations. And the reason being is because they're interconnected. And I'm going to explain that to you. A 32nd degree Freemason lodge is ran by a Shriner. What is a Shriner? A Shriner is a descendant from the land of Shinar. See, Israelites that join Freemasons, they make the worst possible mistake, and they can only achieve level 3. A Shriner, original descendant from Shinar, well, they are the 32nd degree. If it's not a 32nd degree Freemason lodge, it's not a religious place. It's just a lodge that harbors Freemasons. But a 32nd degree is where the Shriner is, and it's his altar. And I'll explain that more in a future video.